Hello, this is Brian Kandeski, and we're here today to teach a class on how to comp properties. Basically, we want to create a series of videos that are helpful to help each investor that's in our group from start to finish to be able to fix and flip properties. So today is a crucial video on how to comp properties. It's very important on creating the value, knowing what you're buying, knowing what your exit strategy is, so you feel comfortable in taking on an investment like this. So let's pop over to the screen and we're going to start comping a property. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to put the address in. I like to go to the MLS first, the tax records, and that way I can get an overhead view of exactly what I'm looking at, the area and what have you. So here's a property that we are looking to purchase. The property is in Phoenix, and we're going to pop in the address and then start the search. Some of you may not be real estate agents, and we'll also look at ways to comp properties without using the MLS. Okay, so here is a snapshot of the property. And this area is in Phoenix. It's a little rougher area, so we're going to have to take a pretty hard look at this property to make sure we get a good comp. So here's the actual property. Down here you have square footage, age, looks like there was an addition here, and stuff like that. So what I like to do first is I like to look around. Again, we've got the square footage here. It's built in 59, it's 2,247 square feet, and that gives us a little idea. There's no past MLS information on here, so we're going to have to kind of get the information ourselves. So what I like to do is I to take this little guy over here, and then I can see the neighborhood. Kind of check it out, see what's going on. There's the actual house. Looks like the roof is okay. It's a nice, actually nice looking house, and we'll continue to kind of search around here. Looks like from the overhead here that there are possible commercial buildings, maybe some apartments. So let's take a look at that, because that will play in our decision. Okay, so yeah, so we've got some apartments or condos here. There's the house, so that's a little bit of a deterrent. Looks like there's a commercial building there. So let's just keep cruising down the street and take a look. There's another apartment building, and looks like we've got some more here. So they do look to be in decent condition, but that is a little bit of a deterrent when you're trying to sell property. Okay, let's back out of that. So we took a look at that. Let's click around and see what else is selling in the area. So we've got one pending for $195, and it's 1,400 square feet, so a lot smaller than the property that we're looking at. And I'm going to take a look at this just to see if it's been updated at all. Okay, it does not look updated. It's decent, but it's all the old color schemes, the browns and the beiges. Nothing fancy here. Fans are crappy, small baseboards, old windows. Alright, so let's go back here. Take a look at a couple more. We got a 198. It's smaller. This one sold in 17. I like to look at plus or minus 300 square feet. Properties that are within 10 years, a mile radius, and okay, so here's another one, 210, and this one is in rough shape, and my guess is it's been on the market for a very long time. Let's take a look at this. Yes, 130 days. They have not lowered the price, and they're not going to sell this property for that. Okay, so we looked at that. We looked at the area a little bit. Let's pan out just a little bit. I want to see if we have any other comps that are a little higher maybe in the neighborhood that we can use. as a benchmark here. So we have one down here, 220. It's a lot smaller, but it sold a while ago. I don't know why this one's popping up as pending. Oh, I must have clicked the wrong one. So here's a 1,590 square foot one. Looks like it's remodeled for $220,000. A lot smaller than ours. And this one is actually a pretty decent remodel by the looks of it. Okay, it's a 3.2, almost 1,600 square feet, no pool. It has a slab and a carport. There's no garage, and it was listed for 10 days, and it got a full price offer. Okay, nicely done. This is the exact type of remodels that we do on our properties, and so this is a solid comp. It's got a fireplace, some odd stuff with the colors. So, but you can see kind of a blah backyard. So this is a good comp for us. Okay, let's back out of that. I saw another one here that I want to take a look at. And here's another one for $250, also pending. And this one is similar to our square footage, 300 square feet smaller for $250. This is a really nice comp. Let's take a look at how it looks. 14 days on the market, full price. It's a 5-bedroom, 3-bath, so they have a little bit, and it has a pool, so we're going to do some adjustments there. But you can see nothing fancy here. It's got the old brown and beige colors. It's nice, it's clean. So this is a nice solid comp for us. Okay. So once we've kind of taken the overview, I want to go back to the property here, and then I'm going to click this thing up here at the comps just to get another overview if it picks up any other ones that we're not seeing. It looks like let's look at this one here. I'm assuming these are not updated at all, and that's why they've sold. First, yeah, these are not nice. So these are probably investors buying close or somewhat retail here. It's probably where these are coming from. So okay, so we've done the tax records. Let's kind of go into the MLS, and we can see what's going on in the MLS. So what I want to do here is I'll take the subdivision and I'll go over to the MLS side, and I'll do a search in the MLS, and I'll get a mile radius, and we'll also get the similar years. Like I said, we'll go 10 years above. So I like to go, because of this, I like to go basically 1977, which is to get the lead-based paint in. I don't want to go above 78. I want to get homes that are similar, and so I'll use 1977 to get something similar, even though it's a little over 10 years. I want to get a lot to look at, and so that's why I want to do that. Alright, so we'll pull closed and active and all those. Alright, so now what I want to do is I'll make a map of the area, and I'll draw a circle around the mile radius so we can get a good idea of what's selling in that mile radius. Alright, so let's want to look at our cross streets to make sure we get the pinpoint of it. It's got Indian School and 35th. So let's get closer here. Alright, so we have Indian School and 35th. Looks like in this neighborhood we did hit the subdivision, and it is correct. So we'll go here and we'll draw out a 1 mile radius. Okay, come back here, we'll get rid of the subdivision, and now I want to go off market, date of when it's sold, and I want to go approximately the homes that sold within the last 3 months. And then because there's a decent amount, we're going to kind of reduce that, and we're going to go plus or minus 300 square feet. We'll go a little bit less because I do want to pull some of the smaller ones, because I think this property is a little bigger than the normal homes that are selling in that mile radius. So I want to get, again, a lot to look at. We'll make sure we're looking at single family residence. Everything else we can keep broad so we can pull up more information. Okay, so it looks like the cheapest home in that neighborhood is selling for $165, not even remodeled, and then it bumps up to $192. So you can see things are selling for a lot around the neighborhood. All right, so again, I'm looking for the higher priced homes that are similar in the area. So we've got an active here for $215, and it's 1,500 square feet. It's a 4-2, does have a pool, nice lot. Alright, so let's keep looking here. Let me get the list again. Alright, so we've got one here. Again, it's smaller. This is definitely a comp that we can use for $226,000, 1,500 square feet, and ours is over 2,200 square feet. And what else do we have here? This pending that we saw for $250, and let's look at the closed. Not too much closed, but you can see the square footage is smaller here, and that's part of the problem, is that there's just not that many homes that are that big in the area. So here's one for 1,400 square feet, and it does not look that nice from the pictures. That's decent. So you can see, just looking at the MLS and looking at the tax records, what we'll do here is we're going to venture over to a couple of the public sites and we'll get a final number, but I'm pretty comfortable with the number that I have in my head right now, but we'll wait one more step. Let's go over to Zillow. I don't necessarily look at this often because I have access to the MLS, but I will kind of take a look, especially if I don't have many photos and stuff like that. I will take a look over here and just kind of see what they're saying. They say it's worth $188, and again, that's going in the mile radius based off of comps, and it's saying it rents for about $1,300 a month. So you can kind of get an overview of what they're looking at. This is at 210, that's in bad shape that we looked at before. This one does not look updated, so I think we looked at this one. It does have a pool. So that's another way to look at it. You can also just put the address in the search bar, and then you can go look at all the other sites. So we looked at Zillow. You can look at Redfin to see what they have it at. They have it at 196. You have Trulia. They have it at 188. So again, I think these are lower, and a lot of the homes that they're comparing it to, they're smaller homes. They have not been updated. So based on this evaluation that we just went through, we have the main comp that we have is the one right here that's pending. And the way the issue now that we're having in the market is that the market is going up so fast that the homes that are pending, active, UCB, that they're actually selling more than the closed by a large margin. So you can see, we looked at the closed on there, and we're under $200,000, but now we're looking at pendings that are 220, 250, and so what that tells me is this market is just going crazy. And right now is a perfect time to be an investor. Hopefully you're in the game and you're taking advantage of this market like we did back in 2003, 2004, and 5 and 6. So based on this evaluation, I would say the property's worth safely $230. I would be comfortable with that, but depending on the remodel, how it goes, we'll look at the market again right before we list it, and we may be able to get $240, $250. We have that comp there, that benchmark at $250. We We got to see what that sells for, but based off of the 230,000, that's a great value. And we know what the seller is wanting for the property, and now we know what the property's worth. And so the last piece is the repairs, which we're going to do another video, and we're going to actually walk a house, and we're going to show you how we evaluate repairs with our contractor. So hopefully this was helpful. We want to again help you through every step of the way. This is a big portion of it. You being able to get comfortable with this and doing it multiple times so you can make a fast decision. We've done over 700 properties, been doing this for 17 years, so we're able to buy properties without even seeing them. So I don't necessarily recommend that. Eventually you'll get to the point where you can make a fast decision, and that's important when it's very competitive. You can't do research for a week and decide to buy a property. The property's going to be gone. So anyways, again, hopefully this was helpful, and hopefully